He's been in power for a decade and is hoping to win a third successive term in the world's largest democratic election. But how popular is India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Dubbed the most popular Indian politician of the 21st century, Narendra Modi is both loved and loathed. In his 70s, Modi first swept to power in 2014 on promises of economic development, presenting himself as an outsider cracking down on corruption in the political elite. Since then, the avowed Hindu nationalist has grown increasingly popular, especially with the country's majority Hindu population. Under him, India has become the fifth largest economy in the world, overtaking Britain, and one of the fastest growing too. It has emerged as a global power and a counterweight to China.
भाजपा का संकल्प भारत को दुनिया के हर उभरते हुए सेक्टर्स का ग्लोबल हब बनाने का है.
But his time in office has been marked by rising unemployment, inflation, inequality, and attacks by Hindu nationalists against minorities, particularly Muslims, and what some say a shrinking space for dissent and free media. Critics refer to him as an authoritarian and polarizing politician who could threaten India's status as a secular and democratic nation.
So friends, American media has portrayed our Prime Minister as a very miraculous man. With his prime ministership, India has seen so many wonderful days which were never ever seen. So in the coming elections, Modi has a better chance than the opposition to become the Prime Minister again of this great country.
For decades, India has been seen as a proud democracy with free and fair elections, an independent judiciary, a thriving media and strong opposition. But some in India and overseas say these credentials have seen an erosion under Modi's 10-year rule.
I don't think democracy has been as much at risk. The constitution has been as much at risk as it is today.
His government has been accused of misusing its power to harass and weaken political rivals, with a slew of raids, arrests and corruption investigations launched against opposition figures. Dozens of opposition politicians remain under investigation or in jail. Just last month, the government's tax authorities froze the bank accounts of BJP's main political rival, the Congress Party, for what it said was non-payment of taxes. The Congress Party claimed the sanctions was politically motivated. Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, a prominent anti-corruption campaigner who is also a political rival of Modi's, was arrested following a raid in March. The leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, which is part of an alliance of opposition parties against Modi, denies accepting bribes over Delhi's alcohol policies. Protest against Modi has also seen violent crackdowns by the police. The BJP maintains law enforcement agencies act independently of the government.
क्रिश्चियन देश भी है, मुस्लिम कंट्री भी है, एक हमारा देश क्या जहां हिंदुओं की संख्या ज्यादा है और तो क्यों नहीं हिंदू देश बनना चाहिए?
During his second term, critics alleged that a number of states where the BJP are in power, the administration looks the other way when right-wing organizations perpetuate atrocities on minorities, a sort of tacit support to these mobs. In 2019, Modi's government revoked the special status of Kashmir, the country's only Muslim majority state. Modi defended the move, saying,
आज हर हिंदुस्तानी कह सकता है, वन नेशन, वन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन.
In January, Modi consecrated the controversial Ram temple in Ayodhya, which has been mired in legal cases for decades. Hindus believe Lord Ram was born on the very spot over which the 16th century Babri Mosque was built. Right-wing mobs tore down the mosque in 1992, which was followed by riots across the country. In 2019, this disputed land was handed to the Hindus by the Supreme Court of India. In March, his government passed a citizenship law which fast-tracks undocumented non-Muslim migrants from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. The BJP has denied enacting discriminatory policies and says its work benefits all Indians. India's general election pits Prime Minister Modi against a broad alliance of opposition parties that are struggling to play catch-up. The alliance includes over a dozen regional parties led by Rahul Gandhi's Indian National Congress Party. It has come together under a front called India, or the Indian National Development Inclusive Alliance, to deny Modi a third straight election victory. While the group has fielded a single primary candidate in most constituencies, it has been riven by ideological differences and personality clashes, and has not yet decided on its candidate for Prime Minister. Most surveys suggest Modi is likely to win comfortably. Another victory for the BJP would cement Modi as one of the country's most popular and important leaders. It would follow 2019's electoral triumph when the BJP secured an absolute majority with 303 parliamentary seats against the 52 held by the Congress party. The big question this time, could the BJP and its allies secure enough seats for them to be able to make changes in the constitution?
So friends, India is undergoing the world's greatest elections. In these elections, Modi has a better chance to winning as compared to the opposition. So it will be a very suitable outcome for India, because India's foreign policy is very aggressive now under the leadership of Modi, and if Modi comes again, India will carry forward its policy in respect to China and Pakistan, and moreover other countries of Central Asia. Congress has been in power in India for around 70 years, but in only 10 years, the BJP government has done many wonderful things for the country which were never been done. For example, Section 370 removal, demonetization implementation, GST implementation, and there are other things on the table which Modi will do if he comes to power. So India is undergoing a very critical time in this election, because the fate of the nation is in this election. So friends, please share our video in your circle and also subscribe to our channel. Till up to next video. Bye bye.